Gonna do some bird watching and learn to tie a knot. But then Boy Scouts were like,
build an ice igloo and sleep in it or you'll die.
good luck. Seriously, the scout camps were so lawless. The only laws we followed were the laws of nature. Why were these adults giving 12-year-olds the power of fire? One year when my dad was a scout leader, he woke up to see that the boys had started a bonfire and were jumping through it.
Stop! What are you boys thinking?
We were testing our courage presence, Dad. We were also testing Charles Darwin's theory of natural selection. If any of us are too weak, we'll fall in the fire and die, which will clean the chief, will make the next generation stronger.
What? Okay, that kind of makes sense. All right, let me join in. Woohoo!
Oh, looks like we lost one.
I was eased into scouts at a thing called Cub Scout Day Camp, where you would show up, do activities as a group like the ring gun regatta, duck duck goose, and tying knots. Then at night, your parents would pick you up and take you back to your air-conditioned house. So you didn't actually have to sleep in the dirt. I remember being so jealous of the kids who had Lunchables. I was sitting there with a BLT sandwich with apple slices, a homemade cookie in the shape of a heart, and a handwritten note from my mom telling me how much she loved me. And meanwhile, Tyler had this. What a ripoff! But now in retrospect, I'm grateful that my mom cared enough to pack my lunch. One activity we did was we were going to learn how to make paper from like only stuff found in nature. We were going to be the Bear Grylls of paper making. I was so excited to learn. But then we got there and they said, okay, here's how to make homemade paper. First, grab some cookie paper, get it, fold it into the shape you want, and try, then you got it. Like, excuse me, that's like saying, here's how to make a chair from scratch. First, grab a chair, and voila, you've made a chair. One useful thing they taught me was how to safely cardboard every time. Always aim the sharp end of the paper, and then take the sharp end to another scout to conquer them. I was cruising through the Cub Scout ranks. Tiger, wolf, bear, leave alone. Still don't know what that is. But then I had to evolve from a fun, relaxed Cub Scout into a
Manly Boy Scout.
and that meant going on camp outs where I had to sleep in the wilderness. Going on scout camps was really scary and exciting. I was a really sensitive kid. It was one night, I was so weak when the kites were. I didn't want to but when they got home, we got back to the club. I begged my parents to stay home. And after much deliberation, they finally let me stay. I was so relieved, but then I stupidly tried to push my luck. This was around the time that the middle grade was anything in the whole world. So I asked, Mom, Dad, can I get a 3DS, please?
I'll buy you a video.
No!
No, if you want one, please go on this scout and show us one right now.
Such an ordeal. I wanted to 3DS so much. I was fire scout. My mind raced trying to figure out a solution. Maybe I'll save up money to buy my phone.
No, if you don't go on this scout camp, so long as you live in a high you will never own a DS. I won't let you buy one even for no money.
This was a huge blow. I was devastated and tragically. This was during the time when I still thought adults knew everything. For some reason, I assumed the guy who actually enforced this outlandish rule. I was trapped. I had to. My parents said, your parents remind you with 3DSs? My parents forced me to know where I didn't ground it on something. Anyway, once a whole piece of the track of my hand. And then every morning, woke up, packed everything up, and hiked 12 miles every day. And I hated hiking. Everyone was always like, what a great view. I was like, you never like it. But nowadays, I like hiking. Of course, I like it so long now that I can't do that. But back then, I was so small and weak that other scouts had to help carry me stuff. And I'm so sorry for being small. I honestly wonder why I didn't call it small. I was small. It was probably a good thing I was so shy and quiet because if I had been like true, you're a scout no, keep some out of now. Still, stop going wrong. You better try harder. Not to mention being blind. One good thing about all this, we had to say, love God, and tell them. Looking back though, it was funny how I always wanted to do my own thing, regardless of what the other was. They all tried to do it, and I was like, no way am I doing that. But then Travis left the swim suit in the pond and had to streak back to his tent. And we later learned that the pond had leaks. The other boy wanted to stay up and explore. The leaders were going to teach us some life lesson about not swimming in the best water or something. And I was like, no, I'm tired, I'm going to bed. Then on the drive home, we stopped at a burger place, and our leaders challenged us all to eat a burger before patties. But I didn't like being stomach with handle that, so I said, no, thank you, I'm a over. And then everyone told me to go to college, and I was like, no, I'm going to be a field tripper. And then the IRS told me to stop committing felony tax evasion, and I said, try and stop me. That's a joke, I love paying my taxes. But I didn't. I finished the trip. Then I got home and was given a 3DS. Yippee! I'm never going camping again. The next big scout trip I was forced to go on was at this huge camp where tons of other scout troops were visiting. He arrived and this older scout came up to us. He held out his walking stick, pushed me aside, and said, get out of my way. In scouts, there's a hierarchy among the boys where the older boys are allowed to be mean to younger boys. However, I also had a glaring physical flaw that always had me at the bottom of the list. I was small, so even the younger scouts would be mean. This boy was an assistant leader at the camp, and it was immediately apparent to me that he was the type of guy to get 1 micron of authority and let it go directly to his head and abuse his power. But he was older and that made him better than us, at least in his mind. I think it's really neat that you've earned all these merit badges, buddy, but I think you're missing some of the most important ones. And those are the emotional maturity badge, the coping with